Hello everybody, Tire Tati Reviews here with a comparison between Hifiman Deva with BTR7 Bluetooth receiver versus Turtle Beach Stealth Gen 2 Max. Stealth 700 Gen 2 Max. Now, one important thing to state is that there are gonna be a lot of people saying that, hey, this is a beginner audiophile headset and this is a gaming headset. Why are you even comparing them? Now, one thing to note is that they're both headsets, so they can be compared at base level, but they serve different purposes. And I'm gonna go into that while talking about each and every one of them. The Hifiman Deva is like a entry-level hi-fi, initially Bluetooth headset, but the Bluetooth receiver just broke down and I couldn't get it fixed, so I got myself a BTR7, which is powerful enough to be used with any headset. I got stuck there for a second because I didn't see anything on the screen, which theoretically should not happen. But yeah, one thing about the BTR7, it's a very, very powerful receiver, Bluetooth receiver, but it has quite some issues with the software, and we'll get into that a little bit later. Let's talk about the headsets first. Let's talk about comfort. Now, for the Hifiman Deva, they're pretty comfortable. You don't really feel them on your head for long periods of listening, except for this top part over here. It's not very thick, and because the clamping force is not that strong at all, it doesn't hold the headsets onto your head. The clamping force doesn't help with that, so it all rests on your top head, and it can be a little bit worrisome from here. We'll talk about that in the design part. When we're talking about the Turtle Beach Stealth 700s, it has a much stronger clamping force, and you don't even worry about this top part over here because it's actually held down by your ears and the clamping force that's applied to your ears. And this makes it better in some cases, but for longer sessions of listening, I don't know what to say. The clamping force, maybe because it's metal, it will the clamping force will go down in time, but at least at the beginning, until you wear it down, it can squeeze your head quite a lot. Let's talk about the design now. The Hifiman Devas have now, the Hifiman, from what I understand, they're renowned for having a very good sound quality, but very bad build quality. Now, as you can see, I didn't do that. Time did that. I have it for 3 or 4 years, indeed, but as you can see, all of these now, this part has never been rubbed with anything. It just either sits on my head or on something like a pleather holder, so it's nothing hard rubbing against it. But it's the fake leather just goes away, and you can see that better here. It was fake leather. I had to like peel it down little by little because it was more missing than there. And as you can see here, this is how it was. So this all comes off. Now I understand you can change them, but changing the cups for a similar cup is and the problem is it's very expensive, and the other cups have the same quality. So like in 3 months it started peeling off in 3 months. This is after a couple of years of being used. But on the plus side, the skeleton, the build quality is quite nice. This is metal, this indeed is plastic, but as long as the connector is metal, it will never break down, which is good. But if its aesthetic is like this after a while of using it, you'll not be able to sell it. So from a business perspective, that's a good thing, but from a user perspective, that's not very good. That's not very fair, but yeah. You have only one jack. It's Hifiman Deva does not have a balanced input. There's a Pro version that does have a balanced input, but this one does not. If we go on to the design of the Turtle Beach Elite 800, what you have is quite a nice looking headset. It still has like a metal skeleton, and you have like a wire connector here, and you can increase it and decrease it, and it's quite easy to move it around. You feel comfortable moving it. You don't feel like it's gonna break down. These connectors are plastic, which I'm a little bit worried about. As I said in my review for the Turtle Beach Stealth 700s, the version without the receiver, at least they did this part to be a big slab of plastic, which has less chance of breaking down. But yeah, from my experience with the Turtle Beach Elite, yeah, I still have a Turtle Beach Elite 800 pair of headphones, and it's broken down. Like this part was all plastic, and it's broken down. It's glued together with like scotch tape and everything, but it still has a very nice sound. Now this is why I took these in, to just get the feel for them, to see if they have the same sound signature, and they do, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Talking about the design, here we have a volume wheel and a main volume wheel and a secondary volume wheel that you can assign to something else. Now the first one is for the sound coming from the receiver, and this will allow you to increase or decrease the volume. But if you want to increase or decrease the volume for Bluetooth, you will need to assign this wheel to Bluetooth volume and then use it like this. But you can also assign it to like voice chat control or other stuff. But the way I set it up for now is Bluetooth volume. This is the mode. Now this will cycle through like signature sound, which is the best from my point of view. It offers the best sound. You have extra bass, extra highs, extra bass and highs, and you have another voice mode, but that's it. This is the power on button. This powers on the headset. I don't know if you guys can see it clearly. And this is the Bluetooth. Now the Bluetooth can be turned on and off separately. So for example, if you want to pair another headset, you need to, let's say the Bluetooth is on, you need to keep it pressed until you will hear a voice saying Bluetooth off. You take your finger out of it for a few seconds, and then you keep pressed until you will hear Bluetooth on and then Bluetooth pairing. Once this is done, you will be good to go to pair with another device. Also, if you ever need to reset the headset, you need to press these two buttons for about 20 seconds, which is quite a lot, but it resets all the settings and everything. What else do we have? We have a USB-C input. Well, it's not an input, so you cannot use this as an input. This will be just for charging the device. So this is an important thing to remember. In order to use it, you need this receiver. And the receiver comes with a small toggle. I don't know if you guys can see it. It says Xbox and USB. I set it to USB because I'm using it on my PC. And when you plug it in, it'll turn to green and to turn to red. And then when it's paired, it'll turn to green. Now, I have not had any issues with the connection to the PC, to the receiver. It just simply connects. I don't need to worry about it. It's quite nice. Versus the BTR7, which we will talk about a little bit later, has a lot of connection issues. Okay. What else? Yes, we have here a retractable microphone. You put it out, you will hear a sound that says, hey, the microphone is on. You can move it a little bit to the left and right to get it closer to your mouth. The microphone quality is pretty good. I'll put up a demo at the end, but it's good because it has a wireless connection, 2.4 gigahertz to the PC. That means that in comparison with the Bluetooth, it will have more than two left and rights. So for example, if you connect Bluetooth to the PC, it will only have two audio way. It will be left and right. So you can either use it as stereo, but if you want to use it with a microphone, it will turn it into microphone plus mono, which means that the audio quality will go down quite a lot, and you'll hear it with. And this is the case for any Bluetooth device. So no matter what Bluetooth device you will buy, you'll have the same issue. It only has two audio ways, left and right. It turns it to microphone and mono. Now, the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 has some nice things about it, which I'll talk about in the app review section a little bit later. But the thing is this: if you're comparing two headsets like this, you need to compare. Yes, their sound is very important, but their usability is also an important factor that you need to think about. From maybe I'll leave this to at the end as a final word. Okay, going back to the BTR7. Let's see. Did you recover? Yes. Now it recovered. You see, it says LDAC. I think it's so you can connect to two Bluetooth devices with the BTR7. I have it connected to my phone because I'll be showing you the app, but I also have it connected to my BTA30 Pro, which gives quite a good audio experience. Now, if we're talking about audio quality, so and I think let's talk about the Stealth 700, so the Turtle Beach. From my point of view, from all the gaming headsets that I have tried, this gives you the best audio quality. Audio quality with an important asterisk. Turtle Beach headsets have a bit of an issue with the software in that the volume is limited. So, for example, I had the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Gen 2, not the Pros. It didn't have a receiver. I just connected it to my PC using Bluetooth. And initially, when I tried them, the volume was quite low. And even if the audio quality was good, you didn't really, let's say you have a nice song that you need to really feel it, turn the volume up and live the moment. You couldn't do that with this because it had like a decent sound at max. Now, with the software update, they solved that for the Gen 2. And you could listen to music like at 90% volume level, and if a nice song came around, you could put it to 100% to really feel it. But these didn't get that update yet, so the volume on my PC is disappointing. The volume on my phone is disappointing. It still has a very nice audio quality. It has a sound signature that I really have to search for this, because it has a sound signature that makes you fall in love with the music. Like the sub bass, you can really feel it tremble, and the headset will tremble with the sub bass. If you have like a clinking sound, it makes it from a simple clinking sound to one of those like magic moments where you feel like someone was playing with a wand and cast a spell, and that clinking came out, which is so nice. Of course, the Turtle Beach Elite 800 will not be able to give you the same results as even an entry-level Hifiman Deva when it comes to reproducing the whole audio scale. But from like an EQ perspective, the Turtle Beach have something magical about them, and that's a very nice thing to have. Now, I've talked about the audio quality for the Turtle Beach. Let me put them aside for a second and talk about the Hifiman Deva. Now, I've recently discovered something that I think every audiophile listener should do. And that is, I've discovered the Harman curve. Now, the Harman curve is like an optimal sound signature that most people prefer on their headphones, as discovered by Harman International. And one thing about these headsets, initially, headphones is not a headset because theoretically it doesn't have a microphone. Initially, it didn't have a lot of bass because they are an open pair of headphones, and the Turtle Beach are closed. So it didn't have a lot of bass, didn't have a lot of oomph to them. Still had a good sound, but yeah, something was lacking. And then I discovered like a list of EQ presets built by Oratory, which I will put a link down below. And if you like that list, if it does something to you that you didn't expect, something to your headsets that you didn't expect, please leave a like, subscribe. I'll be sharing more tips and tricks that might make your life a lot nicer and easier. And once I applied the EQ, because in the BTR7 you can apply an EQ, and I'll go through that in a second. Once I applied this, the sound changed. It was like a new headset. You had a good bass, that good oomph to it. Even though it's not a balanced headset, it's not a balanced output. It went from pretty decent to, ooh, I got a new pair of headsets. It sounds like a different pair of headsets. It sounds better. So you guys do your research, search for Harman curve, search for Oratory's list of EQ presets, and you will find your headsets there. And if you have something like an EQ program on your PC, or something like the BTR7 that has a very advanced EQ setting in the app, you should definitely use it, because it made a world of difference. Now, let me go through the menu on the BTR7. So, first of all, what you'll see is here you'll have the volume. I don't know if you guys can see it. It says 54. It tells you what connections you have, how's the signal, and it will tell you what type of connection. For example, here is connecting, you're using LDAC, 96 kilohertz, 25 bits. It gives you enough information. Unfortunately, if you have it connected to your phone or something, it won't give you like the song or something. I don't know why they missed that. Could have been a useful feature. To the BTR7 has, so first of all, I'm using, let me pull it out. So first of all, I bought this like housing just because it has a clip that you can clip it onto other things like your clothes. Initially it didn't come with this. I don't know why. It says it's portable, but maybe FiiO didn't think that it's that portable that you can just clip it on your clothes or something. But it's pretty big, but it's small enough that you can use it clipped on. That's what I'll say. And here you will have like an on-off button. You will have an OK, doubles as a back button. You will have a play pause button, which also doubles as an OK button. You will have volume up and volume down, and you will also have a charge marker, which allows you to use this on your phone. For example, you can connect it to through USB-C to your phone and use it without draining the phone's battery, which is quite nice because this one has like a big battery inside. And this is the back. Talking about the menu, I've set it up so you can enter the menu with a double click, and you will have these settings. You have gain, which I think I have it too high right now. You have filters, which is fast and hyper fast. So this is like a built-in filter. You won't find this on the app. Okay, you have the EQ, which you have a couple of EQs here, but you can also have free EQs that I set up. I have Hifiman Deva from Oratory, Pair Dynamic, and a couple of other headsets that I tried. You have car mode, which means that you can, whenever you plug it in, it will turn on and connect automatically to your phone. So you can have it connected to your car without draining the car's battery. And you have a device list that you can see all the devices connected to. You have the U audio, which is the way it connects to your PC. So for example, for UAC1, you don't need a special software on your PC, but for UAC2, which is the upgraded version, you do. You have the dimmer, which tells you, hey, I want to dim this. Okay. How much time it takes until the screen dims. You have the language, screen timeout, how much time it takes until the screen just turns off, and you have input priority. Now, because I don't want to overcomplicate things, I have it set to Bluetooth, but you also can set it to UAC, which is the USB-C connection to your PC. So if I, for example, I had my headsets connected to my PC so my USB-C connected to my PC directly, and if I don't want it to switch, like if I'm in a Zoom meeting, I don't have enough battery, so I need to connect it. I'll put it to Bluetooth, and it won't automatically switch to cause issues. You have the factory reset, you have the version, and technical details. Now, I will show you guys also the app on your phone. I'll continue with the BTR7, and then I'll go to the app for the Turtle BG. Let's see. Okay, we are in the app. Now, when you go inside the app, you will have like a choice. FiiOs, I have my BTA30s, and I have my UTW-S5s. I'll just connect to the BTR7, and you'll be met with a menu that looks like this. First option will be battery protection, which only charges to like 80%, and then it just holds it to 80%. This will prevent your battery from dying as fast. Wire function, yeah, you can connect to your PC and just use it wired. You have idle power off. Now, from my experience, the idle power off doesn't really work. I've had this situation many times where I had them plugged in overnight, no sounds coming from the PC, and just I came back to them and didn't have any battery left because it was connected the whole night to my PC. The Bluetooth options are the following. You have LDAC, you have aptX HD, aptX Adaptive, aptX LL, aptX AAC. Now, I use them using LDAC because I have an Android phone. But yeah, and yeah, I just got kicked out of the headsets. I don't know what happened. And other options are the following. You have select operation mode, so hold volume button to switch tracks, which means that you can turn volume up and down by switching by pressing just once the track, and when you need to by pressing once the volume button, and if you want to switch, you keep it pressed and it'll go to the next and last song. Self-defined previous next button. Usually I set it so minus is the next song, just because minus is closer to where I can reach, and this is usually a good idea to think about what action you use most. You're gonna use next song more often than not, and you need to assign it to the button closest to your hand. Just makes things a bit easier. And wake screen, now this was bugged until a version ago, because wake screen, I set it to only power button, because if I pressed any other button I would need to press it once, and then for example I need to turn volume down. I would press it once, it will turn on the screen, and then I need to press it again to actually put the volume down, which was annoying, honestly. And I'm glad they fixed this. Now I can put it to any button and everything is okay. Moving on to the EQ. Now this is the EQ I had set up for my Hifiman Deva. And you have like jazz, pop, rock, dance, R&B, classical, and hip hop, and 3 custom EQs. And when it comes to the custom EQs, you can just go to advanced settings. You will again go to Oratory's list of EQ presets, that presets that will bring you to the Harman curve, and put in, so it has a very advanced EQ settings, and you have everything you need. For example, for each frequency you can choose peak, low shelf, high shelf. You can choose the gain, and you can choose the Q, which honestly I don't even know what it is, but yeah, it works. And yeah, you can turn on and off the EQ. You can see the current EQ. And the next tab is the audio. Volume limiting, I usually don't use volume limiting. I just turn down the volume and trust myself to not blow up my ears. This is the device volume, volume of call. Why is volume of call down so low? I don't know. But I want to hear the caller louder. Channel balance, in case you have an issue with your headsets and you want to rebalance them, or you have an issue with your ears, you can rebalance them. Boost balance out mode, let me turn that on, just because you'll see that I'll push in a review I have for test Bear Dynamics T5, and I'll be doing a review on them as well. Distortion compensation, let's see what this does. When using distortion compensation, the compensation level will affect the harmonic component, which corresponds to the output audio performance. You may adjust the level according to your performance. I don't need that. Yeah. And next you have a guide, and usually for the guide you have how to use it, and because you have a lot of actions, and this is good that they added to your app, because you have a lot of actions that are assigned to your buttons, and having a tutorial is always useful. Also, you can choose firmware upgrade here, custom device name. You can choose a firmware upgrade, clear pairing, default settings, and shut down device. So this was the app for FiiO. Let's go on and see the app for the for the Turtle Beach Stealth 700s. See you in. Now for the Turtle Beach Stealth 700s, Gen 2 Max. Let me put in the whole name. You have a few settings here. You have superhuman hearing and mic monitor. Now, one important thing to note is that you need to open up the mic in order to have a mic monitor. I like to set it to about 70%, just so it'll feel like it's an open headset. It will have like a digital sound, for like the background sound will be a little bit digitalized, but it's still good, it's still snappy, it doesn't have a delay, it's a good mic monitor. Then you have superhuman hearing, you can hear footsteps and so on if you're gaming. These are the game presets, and you, again, signature sound is the best. Then you'll have like bass boost, bass and treble boost, and vocal boost. And you can have a personalized one, but again, for these I don't need a personalized one. The audio EQ is so good that it can overcome physical limitations for this headset. And chat boost, it can boost the sound of the chat over the sound of your game, for example, which is quite a useful feature. The next screen, it'll show you that you can map a couple of these things here. So you can map the secondary wheel. Let's talk about it. So you can map the secondary wheel. I mapped that to Bluetooth volume. You can map the button. I mapped that to game preset. Mic noise gate. This just limits if you're shouting or something. It'll put like a noise gate to not blow out the ears of your listeners. And I set the tones to 0%, even though it still gives me a tone when it disconnects from my PC. Let's say I have them on my head, I go to the kitchen, get a glass of water, and I still hear the tone. So I'm sensing there's a software update coming that will fix this, and hopefully it will also fix the volume issues, because the volume is just not enough to really enjoy them. But I cannot tell you for sure, so that's on Turtle Beach. And this is the firmware version and other information. So that's it about the apps. Now both apps offer a lot of options. Of course, the BTR7 will offer more options, but the app for the Turtle Beach is more reliable, because the BTR, I don't know, sometimes it disconnects, has some bit of software issues. You don't get many software updates for BTR7, so FiiO is a bit lazy about software updates. But yeah, let's go on to talking about the sound. Well, I think we talked about the sound quality actually. So let's do a recap of these. When it comes to sound quality, you do get more of a range from the Hifiman Deva, especially with the EQ preset that I set onto the BTR7. But if you want like a headset that does it all, if you want a headset that you can have it connected to your PC and do some gaming on it, but you can also have it connected to your phone, and you just receive a call and you take it by pressing here. Say hi to my cat. Hello. Yeah. So if you want something that does it all, if you don't need to worry about something but still want some good sound quality, especially the EQ is awesome, then these are the one for you. It will give you a good bass, like it'll feel like your head is rumbling because it's very tight on your head. And you will see that you have these angle drivers that will send the sound directly into your ears in the angle that you will have good positioning for this. uh, you have a mic built in, you have everything you would need, you have it here. But you have, if you want better sound quality for basically the same money, you can get a Hifiman Deva even without the BTR7, because with the BTR7 it will go way over. Only the BTR7 is more expensive than the Turtle Beach, and you will not have an EQ, but you can still have your EQ on your phone, you can still have your EQ on your PC. I'll put some links in the description to show you how you can get that. Yeah, so they both have their pluses and minuses, depends on what you want. Thank you everyone for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you want me to add something to your to this video. Oh, by the way, I will have a mic test at the end, and we'll see how it sounds. Thank you everybody for watching, and have a wonderful day. And sorry about the stuffy voice. I'm a little bit I have a bit of flu right now. Thank you guys, and have a wonderful day. This is a microphone test using the Bluetooth on the BTR7. The thing is, theoretically, the BTR7 can also use microphone while connected to USB-C, but it's not something I've been able to achieve, unfortunately. Uh, Neither on PC nor on a phone connected through USB-C. The problem is, so to test this, I just go into the camera and go to advanced video, and here I will have Bluetooth mix as an option when recording. Let's give it a try on USB-C. I doubt you'll be able to hear anything, but if you don't, then I'll just test it once more, and that's that. This is a test on the FiiO BTR7 using the built-in microphone on connected to my phone on USB-C. I don't think you'll be able to hear anything, but you see, as you can see, it's connected to PCM, and I don't have an option to select USB microphone. I only have an option for omnidirectional mic on my phone. So this actually might be just my phone's microphone. This is a test using the Bluetooth on the Turtle Beach Stealth 700 Pros. As you can see, the connector is not connected to my phone. I'm only using Bluetooth. But the next test will be with this inserted in my phone, so you should be hearing how my PC would hear the microphone. Hopefully you guys can hear it properly. This isn't really a good position. Usually I would be something like this, so you can hear me. I'm pretty far away right now, but hopefully it'll be okay. Oh, and by the way, you can mute by just doing this. Ta la 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 la. Hopefully you guys could hear how it's muted. Again, this is on, this is on. This is a test for Turtle Beach Stealth 700 V2 Pros. This is a microphone test using the 2.4 gigahertz wireless connector. It's connected to my phone using a USB OTG connector, and you should be able to hear it right now. This is the microphone, and again I'll do the tralala test just so you can see that it will mute. La 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 la. Sorry about that, a little bit joke. But yeah, this is how you mute. You can move it around to bring it closer to your mouth. Right now, keep in mind that I'm pretty far, like 20 centimeters from the microphone. Hopefully it still picks up the sound. And yeah.